And take your feet about hip width apart. Outer edges of your feet parallel. And just feel even weight distributed between your left and right hips and the surface that supports your hips. So just taking the weight a little side to side. You can even take the flesh away from the bones so that you're sitting more squarely on the sit bones, they're called. They're really just the two angles at the bottom of the pelvis, left and right. You can feel them. And just notice the difference between the left and the right. One might be protruding more, or there may be more sensation. Just close your eyes and feel into your pelvis. And if you have a wooden chair that has contours in it, probably so that you can move your spine without running into the back of the chair. I'll turn sideways so you can see that. But sitting forward in my chair, feet hip width apart, weight evenly distributed left to right. And eyes soft and gaze a little downward. And just welcome your breath in through the nose. So breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. And just notice 5 breaths go by. Counting first exhalation 5. And then 4. 3. So with each exhalation counting down to 0. Inhaling through the nose and out through the mouth. And after 5 breaths, we're going to begin moving with the breath. So as you inhale, just roll back on your sit bones, clasping the hands around the knees. As you exhale, come forward. So you're just bringing the sternum back. Inhale back. Exhale forward. Inhaling through the nose. Curling back. Exhaling through the mouth. So we're just working to get the moving parts moving. So that's the shoulder blades, they retract and expand on the back. So here they're more contracted or concave. Here they're more retracted, so they're drawing back towards the spine. And you can also get the shoulder blades, the front of the shoulders moving, the collarbones, which also articulate with the shoulder blades, but more in the front. So just feeling these places of articulation and all along the spine. So the lumbar spine, the sacrum, that's this fused portion. That moves more like one piece, kind of rocking back on that and forward. Just a couple more. And after the next exhalation, just come back to neutral spine. So fully extended and balanced, left to right and front to back. So as much as we shifted the weight left and then right and found center, we also moved forward and back and have found center. And so from here, just take the left hand and grab hold of the chair wherever you can, either the leg or the seat, and just lean a little opposite direction. So from this nice neutral spine, and then come up through center and lean the opposite way. So just holding onto the chair, let the left arm be loose. And come up, and first side again. So right arm hanging down. And up, and then left arm hanging down. So creating just a nice arc from the right sit bone up through the crown of the head. And back up. And then we'll just inhale and stretch the arms up. And exhale, arms down. So we call it full moon breathing. So you're inhaling, it's like you're outlining the moon. And exhale, outlining the moon again. And again, inhale, stretch up. And gaze up a little. And exhale down. Keep the rib cage lifted. So sternum lifted, rib cage lifted. And lift the arms and gaze up. And now we're going to bend the right elbow and just take hold with the left hand. So bending right elbow, take hold with left hand. I will, as much as possible, give mirrored instructions. So when you look at the camera, at the computer, it'll look like you're looking in the mirror. And stretch the arms up, breathe in. And second side, bend left elbow, just take hold with the right hand. Just pressing the elbow into the hand and the hand into the elbow. And as much as possible, keep your spine nice and long. And reach up. And second side, second time. And yeah, we can start to lean with it a little. So stretching to the left and up and stretch to the right. Just really lengthen down through the left sit bone. Just pressing that down. And come up and stretch the arms up and let the arms come down. And just circle the shoulders a few times. So shoulders up towards the ears and then back. Main thing is just to keep the breath moving with the movement of the body. So reversing the direction of the shoulder rolls. And then we'll just take the right ear towards the right shoulder. Reach out through the fingers of the left hand and use your right hand just to apply a little pressure outside of the head. Exhalations exceeding inhalation in length. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. And lift the head and change sides. Just draw a big circle with that right hand. And then bring the left ear towards the left shoulder. Apply a little pressure. Reach out through the fingers of the right hand. Couple more breaths. And lift the head and extend that left arm back and around. And hands back to knees. And we'll take some shoulder shrugs, so shoulders up on in-breath and down on out-breath. And for this one, nose in, a breath in and out through the nose. And 3 more. And then I did 4. And then take the shoulders up towards the ears. Take it in a little more breath. And a little more. And then let it go. Good. And we'll rock back one more time. Just turning sideways so you can see. Just rock back and just hold this stretch for a couple breaths. Tuck your chin towards your chest. And then come forward and just arch your back and hold that for a couple breaths. And come back to center. And we'll go ahead and stand up. And just kind of stand with your hands behind your chair. So just as in our seated pose, now you have the feet hip width apart, outer edges parallel. You can see me a little bit better. And just gonna bring the weight into the left foot. So just come to stand on your left foot. And if possible, lift your right foot up. So you can stand back a little ways and just lift your right leg up. So just touching back of the chair with the left hand. Good. Coming to stand fully on the left leg. And perhaps you can take your hand away from the chair and interlace the fingers in the front of the knee. And rotate that foot. And if not, you can just tap your toe right onto your chair. So if you need a little balance, just bring your toe down or your hand. And we'll just step out and rock side to side. And just kind of stretch the side body. So as you stretch to the right, the left side opens up, and as you stretch left, the right side opens up. So we're just getting that side body opening. Side to side. And then second side, so weight into the right foot. Stand with your full weight into your right leg. And if you lift up your toes and spread them out a little, that'll help bring the weight balance right to the ball of the foot, left and right, and the inner and outer heel. And just bend up the left knee. So perhaps you can grab it with your left hand, or maybe you put the toes on the chair. So just working with balance a little. So if you're touching the chair, or if you have a lower setting on your chair, you can do that as well. Just having that foot on the lower bar. And you can just practice different heights. And just coming to stand even for a few breaths, touching the chair lightly or interlace fingers front of left knee. And opening the ankle by making circles or pointing and flexing. And bringing the feet down. And again, just hands to hips, rock side to side. Ooh. So So just bring your hands again to the back of the chair. And step the left and then the right foot back. And just hinge the hips back. So you're bringing the ankles right underneath the hips, hands on the chair. Creating a right angle from the heels up to the hips and the hips out to the hands. And just soften a little behind the knees so not to lock them. And breathe. Feel free to move a little side to side to get your breath going. Knees a little soft. And we're just going to come up, lift your armpits and bring the feet back in just a little. And bend the knees and we'll move with some breath here. So hands on chair, you're just going to curl the tailbone under. Kind of like what we did sitting, but now we're doing it standing. And exhale, lift your sit bones, put your chest down. Good. Nice. And bend the knees and breathe in. And lift up again. So you're creating this undulation. Good. As much as possible, keeping chin in line with breastbone. And bend knees, curl tailbone under, round up. And bend the knees, reverse. So heart heavy, sternum heavy, sit bones lifted. And bend the knees and curl, last one. And lift. And then lift the hips up and just step the feet back to the chair. And come to stand up fully. And face the camera. So let's turn the chair. So now the seat is here. We can do the same thing, but we'll do it with the seat of the chair. So weight into the left foot and bring the right foot right up onto the chair. So having the chair out in front a little bit, then you can open your leg open like that. Bring the palms together in front of the heart. Nice. So from here, if you wish to explore balance more, you can practice just bringing the foot closer to the leg, coming up onto the ball of the foot. You might even grab your pant leg and or bring your foot above or below your knee, or just continue using the chair. One way to keep your balance is keep the gaze soft and downward. So eyelids at half mast over the eyes. And your tailbone is back more in line with your back heel rather than forward. So the tailbone draws back. A couple more breaths. And just close the leg and step it down. Rock a little. And change it for the second side. Weight into right foot and ball of left foot up on chair or the whole foot on the chair. Start either way. Yeah, good. So that lifted chest from working cat and cow. And breathing full body. And just feel that buoyancy up into the upper lobes of the lungs and then begin opening. Left thigh out to the left. Palms together. That's it. So you may or may not, but you may take hold of your pant leg and see if you can bring that foot above or below the knee, or even just a little closer. So moving to a more classical tree pose. You know, I like to even have it below the knee. I mean, then you can touch the floor if you need to. So a couple different ideas and props, floor or chair, seat. Breathe, 3 more breaths. And step out. And let's bring the chair to the first side again. And let's try that same dog pose that we did with the hands on the higher setting on the lower setting. So just bring the hands to the seat of the chair now. So like a right angle, hugging the shoulder blades, so we're retracting, so meaning drawing them towards the heart, towards the spine. Breathe in, breathe out. Back of neck long, head in line with the rest of the spine. And you step one and then the other foot back. So you're going to come a little lower, not quite that right angle, but more towards like a triangle shape. And keep a little lift under the armpits, a little bend to the knees. You can really lift the sit bones out. And we'll lift up out of it and bring the feet back to the chair. Half hour goes very quickly. So we'll do one more, just hands on the seat of the chair and step the right leg back. And we'll just do the split leg forward extension. So the right hip draws back, the left hip draws back, the right hip draws forward a little. And just keep that action going. Left hip back, right hip forward, couple breaths. And bend the left knee and just bring the hands away from the chair, hands to hips, gaze forward. And hands forward, just rock back on left heel, step the right one forward and the left one back. So right hip draws back, left hip draws forward, hands on chair, breathe. It's like you're creating scissor blades with the legs, so they're open, like open scissors, but they come together at the hinge. 3 breaths. And then bend the right knee, so left and right heels are lined up with each other. And just bring the hands to the hips, gaze forward. And step it back, and just shake the legs a little. And come back to your seat. And actually, what I would love to do, let's do this since it's the end of class. If it's possible, just come down onto the floor and just put your calves up onto the chair and or on your bed or your couch and just lay flat on your back. And breathe for a couple minutes. And feel the benefits of just that little bit of movement, focused, concentrated effort into your afternoon/early evening. A moment to reset, to stretch, and really receive your breath. Welcome it in. Close your eyes and breathe. Just another half a minute or so. Full relaxation, fully letting the floor beneath you receive your weight. And if you want to conclude with me, just draw your knees towards your chest and roll to your side. If you want to stay and rest longer, please do. Use your arms to support your body weight. Come to a comfortable seat. That might be knees up. And thank you for coming for a half hour gentle yoga chair stretch. And I hope this class serves you, continues to grow. And please give me feedback, things you liked, didn't like, want to work on in the chat, or 5 minutes ahead of class when we convene.